I'm going to try to record this for you. I think it's very important that we don't get behind. And this is all about discovering the cell. Today we'll learn about the characteristics of the earth that enable it to support life as we know it. And we'll talk about technology and explain how science and technology came together in the discovery of cells and how science and technology work together. This is very important. I expect you to know the key elements of the cell theory and talk about the correspondence of science in the Bible in relation to how life flows through time. Technology and science go together. Science helps us learn new knowledge that can be used to develop new technologies, and new technologies then can be used to further our discoveries in science. So it's ongoing, and this is especially visible in the cell theory history. So, all those together make an amazing diversity of life. And as far as we know, there is not life on any other planet in our solar system. So, the Earth had to be pretty special to support the wondrous richness of life that God has placed on this very, very special planet. Okay, so now we're going to talk about cells. Why didn't we know about cells sooner? And where do cells come from? You're going to be looking at that history of science related to cells in one of your activities. Why didn't we know about cells sooner? We couldn't see them. We had to wait for technology to catch up. so that we could see the cells and study them. Where do cells come from? This is very important because cells only come from other cells. Living cells come from other living cells. God created life in the beginning of time, and that life has gone from cell to cell to cell. Scientists can't create life. They've never made a living cell. That life must be transferred from life, the life that God gave at the beginning of the world. Cells come from living cells. That's the only place they come from. Now, I want you to know 6 tenets of the cell theory. These 3 tenets are pretty old. All living organisms are composed of 1 or more cells. If it's alive, it's made of cells. The cell is the basic unit of structure and organization in organisms. Everything that really happens in a body happens in the cell. We take in nutrition, but nutrition really isn't processed until it gets to the cell. We put out wastes, but those wastes are produced in the cell. Everything that actually happens in the body happens at the cellular level. And of course, cells arise from pre-existing cells. Now, as we've learned more about cells, we've gotten 3 new tenets. DNA, that magic substance that's in every single cell of every single organism. DNA is passed between cells during cell division and carries all the information to make a new organism. Cells of all organisms within a similar species are mostly the same, both structurally and chemically. In other words, plant cells look like plant cells, animal cells look like animal cells. And energy flow occurs within the cells. What does that mean? That's what I was talking about. All organisms need energy. Where does that energy come from? We take in nutrition, but that nutrition is processed in the cell, in cellular respiration. So everything that's important that happens in a body happens inside an individual cell. Okay, we're going to stop there. I'm going to have that, this is where we're going to talk about DNA at another time. So we'll stop right now, and I hope you have taken some good notes.